Hey guys, welcome back to a new video, and today I have, previously I just took a break, sort of. I was just lazy and didn't want to make a new video, but I'm back and I'm just got a new sort of background. I got a shelf that has some stuff on that, so you probably can't see it because it's probably blurry. And I got my Infinity War poster. And I'm going to put up my endgame poster soon, but that's not the point of this video. The point is, it is a new year, and it's nearly the end of the month, or judging by the time that I release this video, it is the end of the month. So I decided to make a video. So, 2020 looks like a great year for movies. Like, we got a bunch of movies, and so I decided to do a top 10. So, without further ado, this is my top 10 movies. Let me just read this. So here are my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2020. Let's go! So, before we get into the video, let's mention some honorable mentions. So for our first honorable mention, we have Ghostbusters Afterlife. Now, from the trailer, this looks actually pretty good, and stars one of the kids from Stranger Things, which I watch. So yeah, this isn't getting any negative feedback from what I've seen, and so far it looks better than the 2016 version. Anyways, moving on to our next honorable mention. The next honorable mention is Scoob. Now, I actually grew up watching this show, or at least some of it, and from what I've seen from the trailer, it looks pretty good. The CG models look good, and the main problem is the voice acting, which I mind to get into in a future video. But anyways, looks good. Next honorable mention. Next up, we have Venom 2. Now, I'm one of the people who thought that the first one was just fine. Not really good, but not really bad either. And from what I've seen from the teaser at the end, it looks okay. I've seen worse films, probably. So yeah, moving on to our next spot. And our last honorable mention is Morbius. Now, does this trailer look pretty cool? The living vampire come to life. Anyways, Jared Leto looks like he's gonna make a fine role in this. But yeah, let's move on to number 10. Now, starting off our top 10, we have Jungle Cruise. Now, not much people know about this film, but I am actually pretty excited for it. I did go on the ride at Disneyland and I had a good time. It was actually pretty funny. And the film looks good. It stars Emily Blunt and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as the main characters. And the story looks fine from what we see in the trailer. So I think this will make a fine addition to Disney. For number 9, we have Birds of Prey. Now, when I first saw the first trailer, I thought it looked meh. It didn't make the top 10. But when I saw the second trailer, it instantly jumped to number 9. It looked so good, and I can't wait to see this. It's actually, when I'm recording this, it's coming out next week, so be expecting a review if I decide to make one. Yeah, so that's number 8, and no, number 9, moving on to number 8. So, moving on to number 8 is DC's second film of the year, Wonder Woman 1984. Now, when I first saw the first film, it looked okay. It was actually okay, and it was probably the DCEU's first good movie. So, yeah, the sequel looks good so far, and yeah, let's move on to number 7. Yeah, number 7. Coming up to number 7 is Raya and the Last Dragon. Now, this is Walt Disney Animation's only movie of the year, and from the little poster we've seen, which is all we know about this movie, it looks okay. And the title seems like it's going to be a fantasy, and I'm always down for a fantasy movie. But yeah, nothing's really said about this movie, so let's just move on to number 6. Coming up to number 6 is Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, boy oh boy, did this become a turnaround. The first trailer, the story seemed fine, and the model was terrifying. Realistic, but terrifying. But now the design looks closer to the real Sonic. So yeah, it does look quite cartoony in the real world, but still it looks better than the first design in my opinion at least. And most people's opinion. But yeah, that's the second trailer also made the story and the movie itself look better. Jim Carrey stars as the villain. And yeah, so let's move on to number 5. So coming up to number 5 is Soul, which is the second movie Pixar is releasing this year, which is great because I love Pixar, and we're getting 2 original films this year. So yeah, that will be just great, and I can't wait. From the teaser, it looks fantastic, and I can't wait. So moving on to number 4. So coming up to number 4 is Free Guy. Now, ever since I heard this description of the movie, I've wanted to see the trailer and the movie itself. And when I saw the trailer, it looked better than I could have ever imagined. And I'm just so excited to see this movie. It has Ryan Reynolds, Deco Waititi, and I forgot his name, but Steve from Strange Things. And honestly, it just looks like a fun movie, so I can't wait to watch this. Anyways, moving on to number 3. So coming up to number 3 is The Eternals. Holy hell, I have no idea what this Marvel movie is about, but I want to watch it. It is Marvel, and I love Marvel and everything they've done, except Thor the Dark World, but we don't need to talk about that movie. And this is the second movie coming out this year by Marvel, and the cast looks like the original people, at least sort of. I don't really know about the Eternals, but from what we've seen, it looks pretty good. So moving on to number 2. Number 2 on my list is Onward. Now, this looks like a fantastic movie with Chris Pratt and Tom Holland. And from the movies I've seen them in, they can do fantastic jobs. Like, seriously, Chris Pratt and Tom Holland seem like the perfect team for this movie. Or perfect cast, sorry. And, yeah, it's Pixar's first movie that they're releasing this year. And it looks great. I can't wait. So yeah, from the trailers, it looks fantastic. In suburban fantasy world, and yeah, so not much can be said from me. So let's just move on to number 1, which is Black Widow. Holy hell, this looks like a great Marvel movie, and it just took Marvel this long. I know people are saying this, but she first appeared in Iron Man 2, and she's finally getting her own movie. Scarlett Johansson has played this character great. It just seems like the comic just came out of the page and went on screen. She does a great job, and it looks like she's continuing doing a great job in this movie. And it also stars, I forgot his name, but the Hopper from Stranger Things is in it as Red Guardian. And it looks like he's going to do a great job. And it looks like a spy thriller sort of movie, which it just looks great, and I can't wait. And most movies I watch are Marvel movies, and this seems like a great addition to the MCU. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for today. And I'm sorry that I've just taken a big break. It was Christmas, and then it was Boxing Day, and then it was just New Year's, and Every year my family goes camping, so there was that also. Also, just me being flat out lazy. But yeah, comment down below your thoughts and what movies you're excited for this year. And let me know if you want to see a video on my thoughts on 2019 movies, because I might do a ranking of that if you want it. So comment down below if you want to see that. But yeah, guys, that's just gonna do it for today. And yeah, bye bye.